What do you think about shared ownership? Could you do a video on that? Shared ownership? Boy, let me sip my tea for this one. I didn't realize with shared ownership that you have to pay rent as well as the mortgage. I remember I was watching a video a couple of years ago, and there was one black girl I used to see on the bus. She used to go to a different school to man, but I remember her. And yeah, she was doing a video about shared ownership. So she must have bought a property. There's no way it's in Edmonton, but she bought a property somewhere, but it was shared ownership. And I remember she was talking about, yeah, the mortgage is like £600, but the rent is like 900. I said, what? I said, nah, fam. Nah. And then obviously some of them got some mad service charges in it. But let's say, for whatever reason, shared ownership is your last and only option, yeah? Shared ownership is the only option, is the only avenue for this moment in time. Then boy, do it. It's better to get on a property ladder to not be on a property ladder. It's better to own a piece of a pie than own no pie at all. So it's up to you. Like, if you want to jump on shared ownership and that's up to you. But let's say you're living at your parents' house. You have a good situation with your parents. You don't have to contribute that much rent. Because there's some extortionist parents out here that want £600 from their youths and that. No. Well, my mum never charged me them mad monies and that, but I'll get onto that in a sec. If you're living at your parents' house and that, and you're only contributing little $250 and that, and you got a decent paying job and you can save money and that, don't get onto shared ownership. Just buy a rental property. Like I said, if you're living at your parents' house and that, buy a rental property. You don't even need to buy your own property. Buy a rental property, rent that out. Yeah, I just wouldn't recommend getting on the shared ownership ladder thing if you don't have to. But yeah, like I was saying about these parents that extort their youths and that. My mum only used to charge me £250. And some people are like, oh man, you was getting away with murder, not having to give your mum that much money. Because I was on a decent wage. Like when mum was 21, 22, mum was on 1800, yeah? But the thing is, I was giving my mum 250 and that. But remember, there was no Mercedes outside. There was my little shitty Honda Civic that I was driving that I bought for 1700. I wasn't going to this country, going to that country. You wasn't seeing me dripped out. I wasn't wearing no fucking Dior trainers. I'm not saying they were out back then, but you understand what I'm trying to say. I wasn't wearing no expensive clothes. I was really frugal with my money. So yeah, why not give my mum 200, 250 and that? Now if I was driving a big car outside and I was spending mad money and that and just wasting money, then yeah, why not? But I was saving, so I don't feel like I needed to be contributing anymore, to be fair anyway, because man was just still living like I was an apprentice, like I say in some of my videos and that. But yeah, if you're desperate to get out of your parents' house or whatever, some mad situation, or you're paying rent to a landlord, then yeah, if your only option is shared ownership, then jump on the shared ownership ladder, innit? But that has to be a last resort. That has to be your only option. Yeah, I just don't recommend getting on the shared ownership and that. A lot of people talk about, the right to buy was a scam and that. I don't know, I ain't looked into it too much, but I know a couple of people that do have right to buy properties. But at the same time, if that was their only option at the time, then it's better to get on the property ladder than not ever be on the property ladder and be throwing money at a landlord and you don't get nothing in return. All right, yeah, you get a roof over your head, but long term, you don't get nothing in return. So, yeah, like I said, if shared ownership is your only option, then do it. But if you can stay at your parents' house and save up, buy a rental property and rent that out, man. Save up your money, buy a rental property and rent that out. And forget this shared ownership thing, man. That's a last resort.